Hey guys, welcome to, normally I would say J Plays right now, but no. Um, something a little bit different. This one is a bit more of a games devy kind of thing. Every now and then I work on a UGC or user generated content that I made, well, I have been making for the past, I don't know, 6 years or something. A very long project. Old habits die hard for um Shadowrun Returns, which started out originally for No Man, what was it, Dead Man's Switch or something, and then I ported that over to Dragon something, um, the expansion to set the first one, Dragon something, and I've been chipping away at this bit by bit over time. It's very close to finished, but it just needs a couple more missions added to it, before I go into what I'll be working on this one. So yeah, as I said, been working on it for roughly 6 years, maybe longer, could be. And it's set a state right now where episodes 1 and 2 are done. Might have some bugs here and there, and that's the purpose of this one, fixing bugs. But I have been chipping away at it bit by bit over time. It's more when I have the motivation. It's hard with work and other things and having time for gaming and life and whatever, but yeah. Anyway. So one thing I like to do, and one idea I had was that for any time that someone sends in a bug report on Steam, where I get reports of some kind of bug, some of these are very quick to fix once I know what to look for. Others can be longer. So this one's two things, I think. So if we have a look over on Steam, I'm just sharing my whole screen here, so you'll see everything that I look at. So we have a post by Starbuck. Very interesting UGC. I get the first riddle, but can't pass the liar room. Neither names, groups of names, or everyone, nobody works. Usually you'd have one of the characters say that the other is lying, but here they all say that the other is saying the truth, which technically means that they are either all are truthful or are lying. I'm stuck. Okay, this is the first bit. So it's mainly two particular ones in this. Let me see. The second part, also about finding the hideout of the cultist. You can go from the bar, nice. And one thing of note, if you are watching this and just wondering how I set it up, that is, I will say that as in the earlier stages of working on the UGC, that one I tended to go in with multiple paths of doing things, as in there wasn't just one way of completing a task. There was like multiple ways. I will say that as this development on this kind of went on, I did go a bit more linear. But there are some still branching points where there are choices that are made, and then the game diverts. Well, not the game, the UGC. But yeah, it diverts based on the choices that you make. So that particular point when you have to find the cultist, I think I've enabled about. He's found two of the ways. There's actually three. So or is there three or more? I can't remember. I think it's three. Give me a second. I'm gonna close my door. Yeah, there is three. I know that I coded three together. I say so. He mentions that there's one, and let me see. So there's one in the bar, which makes for a mini game where a whole bunch of people come up and I'm giving spoilers here, but if you're watching this, you don't care about that. So one of them was that, yeah, I coded it so that if people came to you went to the bar and this whole bunch of people would come up and order drinks, and then you had to kind of give the right drinks to the right people. And then if you did that successfully, then eventually the cultist would show up and go Drek, and then run off, and you'd have to chase after him. What else? There was, I think, another one in the bar that if you spoke to, but you had to have a particular. Oh shit! I haven't played this game in so long. Do you have a certain speech type or something? Those It's anyway. There's like you have to have a particular perk, or at least a point in a particular I can't remember what you called it. Anyway, I coded another one where if you had a particular thing set, then it's like a conversation thing, purely a conversation thing. So if you had that, then you can engage with this particular NPC and talk to him, and then it would branch on that. And then if I remember correctly, what was the third one? There's one that you say there. I think the other one is what you say mentioned here, that you have to go and speak to like a drugged out person, and you need to get a particular drug called silence in order to fix them, and then if you fix them, then it reveals that path. That's the three. That's the three that I can remember. There may be more paths than that, but those are the ones that I remember. Alright, so in this dev stream, you are going to get to see a little bit behind the curtain a bit. You'll get to see me going about and opening files open and whatnot. Give me a sec. Gonna hide my screen for a second. No, not that one. That's the camera. There we go. Alright, so you might hear my cat in a second. So here is my little plan document that I've been using all this time. So the first bit he mentioned, I get the first riddle, but can't get past the liar room. So the liar room was... Not here? No, that looks like it. Okay, so that... So I will say that planning UGC for Shadowrun returns, you have to really plan it out. That's why you need things like this, so where I've got things super planned out. Alright. So first thing I would need, if I'm going into there, I'll probably won't matter. Yep. So we'll do these in order. So they said about the not being able to figure out how to speak to the person, so we'll go in and make sure that that's still working. $21, okay. Whoops, I just realized I don't have Shadowrun Returns going. Uh, Dragonfall, that's what I was trying to remember before. Come on, computer. Ah, I think I've got the sounds turned off. Let's fix that. Now this will look this area would look a little bit different if you were doing this properly, because at this point in the UGC, you should have a cultist outfit. The examples of different ways that I set up for accomplishing things. If I remember correctly, there is multiple ways to do this next bit. You can speak to them, or you can just go straight through here. See that line? A smart hacker always has a back door. That comes directly from System Shock 2, from Malik, who was one of my favorite characters in that. So if I remember right, this place was gated based on what section you had done. Am I right or am I wrong? Yeah, see that one. I can hear some stuff going on. I don't know if I get this set up right. Oh no, it's okay. Let me just check something. No, that's okay. Sometimes you get weird bugs in this game. I've been fixing stuff over the years. Yeah, see, that's closed, and that will be closed because they have to be done in order. And right now this ice defenses is neutral. I think if you piss Shadowrun off, then they switch to hostile later. Okay. So this one's pretty easy. It's all about getting the colors the same as the other ones. And then once you've got them in the right combo, then the door will open up. See? Alright, so we've completed the first area. That takes us to the second. I've got the game in debug mode, so you're going to see little things popping up there. So for the remainder of the development on this UGC, I do plan to do a series of videos on this. This has been the first one. I was going to do one a couple of months ago when someone sent in a bug report last time. I really should have, because that one was a quick and easy one. Ah, okay, I think we're in the spot. Ah, so this particular puzzle, because this whole cyberspace section of the game, I filled it with puzzles. So it says, my first is in hill, but not in hole. These are the types of puzzles that were very common back when I was little, and you never see them anymore. So this one, you got to take a letter from each one and write it down or put it down somewhere, and then that gives you the word. So it says, like, my first is in hill, but not in hole. What letter is in hill, but not in hole? Technically, there's two letters. It could be E or it could be I. My second is in 1 and also in many. So what letter is in many? N. My third is in Rose and also in hospital, but not in Euphoria. Okay. So Rose and hospital. R, no. O, yes. S, yes. E, no. But not in Euphoria. So O is in Euphoria, so it can't be O. S is the one, see? So we got, could be ENS or INS. My fourth is in hate and also in love. So H, no. A, no. T, no. E, yes. My fifth is in France, but not in Frankenstein. So F, no. R, no. A, no. N, no. C, yes. Because Frankenstein does not contain a C. My sixth is in T, but not in leaf. T, yes, because it's not in leaf. So that leaves us with insect. There you go. I think I spelled wondrous wrong there. So this section of the game is kind of similar to an event that happens in System Shock 2, where the player comes across, and this is spoilers for System Shock 2, obviously, where after being guided by a voice, they are then led to the dead body of that said voice, and then it's like, oh shit, who is this? And then it turned out to be Showdown all along, and that's the big surprise. So in this one, you have a similar moment where you're filled in on what happened in between System Shocks 1, 2, and then leading into this. So this area was intended, like, I mean, what the purpose of it in game is supposed to be, is that for the children of what is it? Children of Shodan, I think they're called. This was their training place, their place to read and learn about Shodan. And it's also it's like it forms an IQ test as in a way as well. Okay, I think we're at the puzzle. Bob's telling the truth. Tim's telling the truth. Let's see. No. Oh, I think the answer was no one. No? Ooh. Good catch there. Jane, Bob, Tim. Alright, here's where we get to look behind the curtain. And we can see what I coded for it. Okay, so that... It says that it's been so long since I've coded this. I put all this together that I don't even remember. So that was Cult Puzzle 3. Oh, wait. Do they have a conversation attached? Episode 2, Hideout Puzzle 3 combos. Ah! Okay. So then, it is working as intended. It's just that the way that I typed it. Okay. So, heading back to... need to do italics on this. I always like to do italics. No? Damn. Alright, so this is working as intended. It was just the way that I coded it. If you happen to be watching this video, what was his name? Starbuck, obviously a fan of Battlestar Galactica. If you'd like a different response added, I can easily do it. It would take me 2 seconds. If you see here, it's literally just another conversation option I can add. Alright, so the second part. Okay. So that addresses the first bit. So it says also about finding the hideout of the cultists. You can go from the bar, nice, but the cultists ends up fighting me in an endless loop if I come too close. Okay. So for that, we gotta jump back to the editor. So that's not a bug, it's working as intended. Alright, so here we gotta jump over to the bar. This would be where there's like... Now one bit I'm wondering is, which thing from the bar is he talking about? Anyway, I'll do one of the ones I know. So if I look at that, this is before the cult section. Okay, so that'd be this one here. Okay, so that's number... No, actually, no, I'd need this one. Alright, so if I check myself right now, and this was something I did, and I did this to add a little bit of System Shock into the game. So in both System Shock 1 and 2, you have the PDA system, like the... I don't know what you call that. Personal data something. Anyway, it's like how you can like view the logs that you have and any notes and whatnot. So I wanted to have something like that in this game, which did not exist in Shadowrun Returns. So I had implemented it so if you click on yourself, it goes into this interface. Anyway, so if I go looking in here right now, find cult hideout. Search for information on where to find the children of Citadel's hideout is. Oh. On where to find the children of Citadel's hideout is. That doesn't make sense in grammar-wise. Anyway, once located, search for intel inside. No hostile actions to be taken once inside the hideout. Okay. So there's a few ways that you can do it. As I was saying, if I look at my character... I think it's etiquette. I think that's the word I was looking at before. If you have a particular type of etiquette... Where is that? Unlocks etiquettes that affect conversations. So if you have a particular type of etiquette, there's a guy... That guy. So you need the security etiquette. So that's one option you have. If you speak to him, then you get led off to another location where there's like a break-in happening, I think. And then the cultist shot there. But we don't have that one, and that's not the one that was spoken about, so... Okay. I thought there was one about... Let's see... Episode 2, Bartender Lexington Combo... Ah! So it's another etiquette-based one, so you need to have socialite. Okay, in that case, we can fix that. And now we get this option. Ah, oh, damn it. I don't have any money. Alright, let's fix that. Yeah, so this one was meant as like a hidden path. One where the game didn't even tell you about it at all. Like I did implement a few ways of completing it. Wait, there should have been... Didn't I pick Socialite? Okay. So this starts the game of like people coming in and saying what drink they want. Rum, beer, vodka, vodka. Oh. Damn it. Okay, let's try again. I fucked that up. Oh, that's right. It's based on what positions they end up in. Shit. Okay. Beer, beer, bourbon, vodka. Beer. Beer. Vodka. What? Bourbon, vodka, beer, bourbon. Bourbon, vodka, beer. Beer, rum, rum, bourbon. And there's the cultist. There's a cult member from the Children of Citadel. And so now you have to chase after them. So he was saying if he caught up to them, then he'd get into like a combat loop. What? Okay. So I can see what the problem is there. The cultist shouldn't be a combatant. Okay. Bug confirmed. Alright. How do I go into fix that? Needle in a haystack. None of those. Could be. Where did I spawn them? Oh, we're in the wrong location. Okay. That's not there. Cult member. That's easy enough, just make him civilian in this one. Oh, but then if you go civilian, then they might make him a non-combatant. I mean, it might not be able to order him. Try it. Let's see. Okay. Now the only thing I didn't change what the exit location was, so that might stuff it up. Yep, that'd be right. Okay, gotta do this again. Um, 7. See, the way I got mine set up is I had to set up return locations, like as a way for the game to remember where the person exited from, so that they correctly spawn at the right location. It was 7, wasn't it? Yep. It didn't really work very well. I mean, technically, if you are going against, like, killing them, then that's failing the mission. Because you're supposed to be following them to the hideout, not killing them. But anyway. Alright, children of Citadel. We'll put that back. Let's see what happens if I do it properly. I think what happened there before was one of those random events, because I do have random combat events set up in the map. It's not going to happen every single time. It's like a random number type thing. So, you know, you might come here like 20 times and it only happen 1 or 2 times. Okay. So it's intentional to be like that, it's just that he should just keep moving regardless of what the player does. Is there a way to change it so that even if the player shoots him, he'll still run like that? I did tick the box. Okay, let's see if I shoot him this time, because I did confirm that one. So let's see, if I just shoot him. Alright, still runs off. Now there we got the random event. Actually, it might not be. Okay, blocked you. Okay. Maybe I fixed it. Okay, so the bug said... Yeah, because he said he ends up fighting him in an endless loop if he came too close. I may have resolved that now that I've done this. I'll have to confirm it by taking off the tick and seeing if that makes a difference. Oh. Okay. Okay. I mean, it seems like that's more of a once in a blue moon kind of thing. And, under very specific circumstances. And it's intentional that it be in combat mode, otherwise you can't follow them. Can I edit my post? Yes. Sucks that on Steam there's no fonts that you can use for text. I can't like highlight this and right click and change the font type or something. What, you can edit? Edit? Ooh. Quote this post in your reply. Okay. Well, I like addressing each bit. Okay, that's the second bit. There's no real way to fix that. It's more of a once in a blue moon type situation, and under very specific circumstances. Okay, the last part is, or you can get, as in get to find where the cultist is, via silence. Okay, I know where that is. That's back here, and it doesn't really matter where I start. Okay, I need to go back to this. Step 10. Because if you're at step 10 in the main quest line, it should be there'll be an extra NPC around. Is it that one? Yeah, this person. So the color of our eyes will actually change based on if you're able to get rid of the voices, you know. Because it says the woman before you is definitely a junkie of some kind, with the likely signs present throughout her face alone. Most probably BTL. I think that's a drug in the Shadowrun universe. She is not on this planet as she speaks to you. So many voices, so many voices. No, Johnny, I don't know which dresses look best on cats. What's this? No, I don't know what the weather is like in Melbourne. So many voices. And it gives you the option to... I'm looking for a group called the Children of Citadel. Do you know of them? And then you can speak to them. Many voices, so many voices. Not like Call of Showdown. Need silence, need silence. Her eyes dart all over the place. Give silence and I give answer. So the reason she's saying all that is because she's been corrupted by like the stuff that the Children of Citadel have put. So she needs the drug silence to remove that from her system. No, Elizabeth, I don't know how to tear open the cloud. So many voices. She struggles to concentrate. Gino in pit sells silence cheap. Or bones sell expensive. He near Finis Ponders Tech Emporium. Buy silence. Me answer question. Okay. I'll see what I can do. So she said she can either speak to Bones, which is over here. I'm looking for something a little more special. I hear you have a drug called silence. I do, but as there's not much need for it around these parts, I have little in supply at the moment. It'll cost you 1,000. 1,000? You can't be serious. You're more than welcome to go and get some from Gino if you don't like my prices. Beat it, Joker. See, Beat it, Joker is from the Super Nintendo Shadowrun. See, Bones if I say yes. Oops. Bit hard to see, but that cost 1,000. She stares blankly off in the distance. Huh? Is that you, Wilma? Yabba dabba doo? Too many voices? Have silence? Yes. She snatches the drug away from your hands and devours it. Within moments, some light returns to her eyes. You see the eyes have returned to normal. The difference is quite noticeable. Ah, my thoughts are mine alone again. She breaks down into tears briefly. That piece of dreck. He said it was a new BTL that would give me a whole new experience. They got something like BTL in Cyberpunk. Anyway, a new experience, you bet. 1 minute I'm all fine, and the next I'm hearing 1,000 voices in my head. One, however, was louder than the rest. Called herself Shodan, or the Machine Mother, or something similar. The Machine Mother? Yes, she called to me to join that Children of Citadel group you mentioned earlier. That was you asking earlier about them, wasn't it? Amidst the voices, it was hard keeping track. Yes, that was me. Do you know where I can find them? No, but I know where you can find that piece of dreck that gave me the BTL. Where can I find him? He said to me to tell my friends to head over to the abandoned building over in the apartment district. That he had more of the stuff there. Thank you. I'll be sure to pay him a visit. Just do me one favor when you see him. What's that? Put a bullet in his head. There was some seriously fragged up stuff in that BTL chip. I'll see what I can do. So that one is that branch of that choice. As you see, there's choices within choices of doing this whole thing. So that one is going fully as expected. Bones said 1,000, it took 1,000. So on the thread, where is it? Bones and Gino ask for 1,000, but you only lose 1,000 if you bought it from Gino. Typo. Now Gino is supposed to be cheaper. Alright, let's do that again. And this time we'll go to Gino. I am tempted, by the way, in that earlier bit that you said, about that if to get in the combat loop, you know, it goes endlessly. Because I've set him up to be invincible, it will just be endless. I was considering that if someone actually goes and kills him, then that gives a failed mission status. Since you are supposed to follow him, not kill him. And that would be failing the mission. I might add that at the end of this. And yes, my character's way overpowered, but that's just from doing all this testing and continuously getting things, the karma points. Okay, I'm gonna speed through it this time. Alright, acquire silence from either Bones or Gino. That's a bit hard to see with the red text, sorry about that. So if I go down to the apartment district... No, it's the pit, actually. The pit was an area inspired by the Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo, which was supposed to be like an arena type thing. I've got it set up like that in this too. To my knowledge, there's no bugs there anymore. Or at least no one's pointed out any. Okay, let's see. So Gino should say that the drug would be 1,000. And I can't get past him because I haven't done his side quests. God damn it. Just gotta think. That's Old Town, I think? Old Town? Oh, apartment district. Episode 2, pit entry combo. Pit entry granted is true. Okay. The joys of doing this through the editor, you can just set it to whatever you want. And jump to whatever point you want. As long as you keep a good, like, document of every setting that you put, which is extremely important when you do UGC, especially if you're doing one the size that I did. Whoops, I need to speak to Sal first. Just check in Streamlabs, make sure I got everything set up right. Yep. Before I do that, let's make sure the area is set up correctly. If I remember right, it only... Shit. Yeah, that... Undo. Yeah, it should only show the location thing here, only if you have access already. There's Gino. So when you speak to him, you need to pick me up or I edge in combat. I'm looking for something a little more special. I hear you have a drug called silence. That I do. Here in the pit, you could say there is a need for it. So we have plenty of it around. It'll cost you $100. Interested? Let's say 100. That's doing exactly what I said. So this is working exactly as expected. He was saying it says 1,000, but it only takes 100. No, if you speak to Gino, then it's only 100 to get silence. If you speak to Bones, it's 1,000. See, now if I go back... Just going to confirm that this is working, and if it is, then all the things so far are working as expected, no bugs. But I will put one thing in place though. Okay, yep, that's working as expected. Alright, so one thing I'm gonna change, because, let me see. So it should be, if I go back to, let's see. If I go back to Lexington. No, don't save. Okay. We're gonna add that little change in. So now, if I go market district, let's change. I'm gonna change it so he can die. How do you give someone multiple tags? I think you can give multiple tags to someone. I was thinking of giving him an extra tag. Because I've just given him the tag of cult member. Wondering if I go... $14. Okay, so he can be killed now. But then... oh, does that bug the game out? That's not good. Let's see what happens if we kill him. It should fail now. See, that's better. Doesn't bug up at least. Okay, well that's good at least. Just wondering if that's good enough. If I go changing any tags, I'm worried it's gonna stuff up a script or something, you know, because I've been working on this for so long, I forget what I've been working on. Okay. So I've changed that one. Where's cult member 1? Okay, because I'm doing this important change, I'm gonna have to test 3 different scenarios and make sure it works in all 3. Okay. So the first... Okay, 12. And they're returning from the Tech Emporium. Hopefully, I'm not introducing new bugs into it. But I am doing it as an extra tag, so... Oh. Tech Emporium. That should have done it. Over there, shouldn't it? I put 15 instead. I think it was supposed to be 14. No, 15. Gold Sticker Emporium. Let's try 6. Oh! No, because then that sets that off because I'm technically killing them. Shit, okay. This is the knock-on effect you can have when you go and try and add new things. Things can affect other things in unexpected ways. Okay, well at least that didn't set it off. I do need to make sure he is killable though. I mean, that if the player actually kills them, that'll activate it. Let's put back to the other one. Because I could always kill him on that one. 14. Yep. Working. Excellent. Alright. Tested 2 of them. Alright. Just go to the last one. Okay, option 3. Okay, 18. Damn it. Okay, just for the test, I think I might have to set them to, having 1. Where can I set how much HP they have directly? HP. So it was 50. Good. Working. Okay. Can put him back to 50. Yep. Working. Good. Alright, so we've gone through all three things. Everything's been working exactly correctly. I've made some slight changes though. Now that for that section the cult member is now killable, but if you do kill them, it'll fail the goal condition. The first bit about the responses to the puzzle question working correctly, I've provided that in the thread, as you can see here. Hopefully you can see my screen. Yeah, and about the running cult member, resolved that, and the drug is working correctly. Alright, so for this one. Not a whole heap to bug fix, as I didn't find any bugs, besides the endless battle thing. But then adding in this condition should resolve that, since if you fight them, you'll kill them, and then you'll fail the goal condition. Just don't save, hopefully, in the middle of battle. I don't think the game lets you. I've not tested it. Anyway, so that does it for the first dev stream for the game. Hope you've enjoyed watching this. If people send in more bug reports of issues found in my Old Habits Die Hard campaign for the game, I will do more videos on fixing them. For a quick state of play, I am currently working on, when I've had the time. What did I call it? So here's a little sneak preview. There isn't very much to see, but I'll give you a little preview. 64. Yeah, so there's not a whole heap that I've changed since before. I've been mainly doing bug fixing. I set up some roadblocks. This is for episode 3, by the way, the final episode of the game. I've set up some roadblocks that happen when you enter that part of the game, episode 3, so you can only enter certain sections. And I've set up a conversation choice that happens when you enter this particular building. Where am I? 62. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, and through watching this you're getting major spoilers, but I'm just telling you what the plan is. So the plan is to have 2 branching choices that happen based off a choice that will be happening in the particular building I'll show you. So that was, I think it was 62. Because after there's a major ambush by Shodan's forces at Lexington, you are told to head off to take out Shodan once and for all. So you head to the gang helicopter building to take the helicopter there, and you're given 2 choices, which you'll see. There should at least be the conversation choices. Here we go. You think I'd let a few tin cans take me out? Things don't look good back there. Let's just say that the Lexington won't be open for business again. The place was completely trashed in the battle. Part of the ceiling collapsed on Shodan's forces. Only myself and a few others made it out. Oh, there's a typo there. Wow. In either case, we have to get moving to take out Shodan and end this chaos. From the intelligence I've received, Shodan is housed in the main office of Trioptima. The place is a fortress, so it will not be easy to getting in, and it certainly will not be easy getting to Shodan. To that end, there is 2 ways we can go about it. We either go in all guns blazing and throwing everything we have at the place to attempt to push through. However, the place receives a fair chunk of its power from a second site. That power keeps the defenses going. It would certainly make our job easier with less defenses to deal with. But then that means potentially them. That means potentially. It's typo again. It's supposed to be that potentially that means potentially giving them more time to prepare. Choice is yours on how we proceed. And so this is where the branch happens. So the first option, let's go all in. I want Shadowrun gone and I'm not prepared to wait any further. That's the part I'm working on right now. And then the second option, taking out power to the defenses sounds like the smart plan, not implemented. So if you click this... Oh. Okay, I didn't think that was going to happen. Actually, if I'm doing this, I may as well do some bug fixing. Okay. What was the bit that happened? Did I see a script with no name on it? Anyway. Episode 3, Johnson Convo. Episode 3... There was a second typo somewhere else, but I can't remember. Oh. Anyway. That's fixed. Yeah, I worked on this a month or two ago. Added a little bit more in. Something I chip away at over time. So the bit I was working on was, yeah, so this one you saw what happens. So this one, let's go all in. I want Showdown gone and I'm not prepared to wait any further. So which one you pick will determine which way the game goes. Sure thing, I completely understand. Well, head to the roof and tell the helicopter pilot to take you straight to Triop. I'll be there to meet you at the site with all the help I can muster. So basically, if you choose to go in, you're choosing the hard option. But no matter which one you pick, you get an extra mission before the battle at Triumph. So if we pick this one, Enter a selection. What the? And then that takes you to, where am I? And that gets its name. And it's annoying. By the way, this didn't used to be in the earlier versions of Shadowrun Returns. You used to see text very clearly. On my screen, this is so... you can't even read it. I don't know how to fix it. And no one really posts about editing in Shadowrun Returns anymore, so I'm like pretty much blind on my own with what knowledge I've gained. Anyway, so Where Am I gets its inspiration from a level from System Shock 2, where you, the final level of the game is Shodan recreating Citadel Station from System Shock 1, but using the FTL drive from the Von Braun. So, but in this one, where am I? And where are you indeed? Welcome to your grave, insect. I have suffered your company long enough. Our dance ends here. Stay a while. Stay forever. And so this is the level that I'm working on at the moment. I've been chipping away. Well, I've done this bit, and that's about it. But eventually, this one, because we're in episode 3, and I should give a quick explanation. Episode 2, I focused much more on Shadowrun than System Shock. So yes, there is logs that you can read, but the gameplay is heavily influenced by Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo. Now, episode 3, on the other hand, I'm going for much more of a System Shock influence. So it's going to be all about soloing. Except, well, maybe a little bit in the other branch will probably be still a bit grouping, but yeah. But a lot of it's going to be soloing and much more about respawning enemies and using elements that were in System Shocks 1 and 2. So there'll be like healing machines, resurrection machines that you have to switch them over first, and then after that you make the level a little bit easier because you can't die, you know? Well, you can't die permanently, because anytime you die you'll pop back at one of the resurrection machines. So that is the plan. So right now I've just created this first cell that you arrive in, and then I'm going to have it be that there's multiple ways that you can get out of the cell, and then there's going to be this big Lab of Shodan, secret floor of that tower, and you have to complete all these objectives in the level to escape. And then from that you go straight to the trial building. But the version of the trial building that you get will be influenced by this. So you'll get a much harder version of it than if you went the other way. Anyway, yeah, so back at that choice, back at the elevator, if you'd chosen the other way, then you would have gone to a power station level where the whole goal was to proceed through it and then, you know, turn the power off to the tryout building, and then all its defenses wouldn't be working. But because you're going in all guns blazing, you're taking on Shodan with her strongest forces at play. You know, that's the goal. This one and these levels and much that you're going to experience at Triumph is going to be much more of the robotic kind, rather than the mutants and cyborgs. Oh, probably still have cyborgs. Yeah, and an annoying thing in Shadowrun Returns is there's not really a lot of robotic style models. But that thing you see darting back and forth, that's something I get to play with. And one of the things that I developed in one of the earlier missions, if you've played through episode 2, there was a mission, well, one of the ones you could get, there was a branching choice where you had to get a gem, Jade Stone, I think it was, and there was different ways you could go about it, and one of them was going to this location where there was guards walking around that were non-combative, you know, and when they'd see you they'd go, Alt or something like that, and then you pop back to where you started. Now, what I'm plan to do in this one is have non-combative NPCs going around, but as soon as they actually spot the player, then they switch to hostile. So even though they're in and moving around in the level, you won't straight away be in combat mode. It'll only be when you actually encounter the enemies, then you switch to combat mode, you kill them, you flick back. But just like in System Shocks 1 and 2, no area stays cleared forever. You know, things return back over time. Yeah, so that's the plan going forward. I will be chipping away with this over time, and I will get this done eventually. When that eventually is, I have no idea. It all comes down to motivation, time, and whatever else. I had time to do these bug fixes tonight, and I'm committed to fixing any bugs that people encounter. As long as it's fixable, things like that NPC getting an endless loop, oh, that's more like a bug that happens once in a little while. It is repeatable, but it's hard to replicate. But I think what I've done is the workaround that would resolve it. Anyway, so that's it for this dev session. If you want to see any more of those, feel free to leave a message or something like that. What do you call it? And report any other bugs, and I'll be happy to do more dev streams. You never know. And if there's interest for it, leave a comment on this YouTube video if you would be interested in seeing me just recording myself when I'm going through the dev process of actually making the levels and stuff. I can do that if the interest is there. If it's not, if I'm not getting responses, then I'll just do it on my own when I have those little bursts of creativity when I've got the time to do it. Alright, see you guys later.